Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the news topics from across the country. I'm Jay.
And I'm Alex.
And we're going to start with our first story today regarding Takin Shinra. The one ousted and jailed ex-prime minister has been released from prison. Thailand's former prime minister Takin Shinra, who faced a commuted one-year jail sentence for corruption and abuse of power, has been released on parole and returned to his mansion in Bangkok. Thaksin, 74 years old, had been living in self-imposed exile for 15 years before his arrest upon returning to Thailand last August, despite the original 8-year prison term. His sentence was reduced by the king shortly after his return. Thaksin's release from a police hospital where he was detained due to health complaints and the special treatment he received have sparked criticism for perceived inequities in the Thai justice system. His parole eligibility was attributed to his age and health issues, though specific conditions of his release were not disclosed. Thaksin remains a polarizing figure in Thailand, celebrating for his populist policies by the rural poor, but detested by the urban elite and conservative royalists. His family's Pheu Thai party currently holds power, and despite his divisive legacy, he is recognized as Thailand's most successful elected leader to complete a full term in office.
I think the pictures are really funny. He looks like it looks like a cartoon character, like trying to. Yeah, I swear, like, oh, I'm in pain. He's got his arm thing going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. He got released. I think everyone anticipated this, and
so possibly
not really.
the most popular and famous politician who was allegedly known for corruption.
Yeah, I mean that's what he was arrested for.
Yeah, so
Right,
he left Thailand for 15 years in self-imposed exile, came back, said he would do his jail term, spent maybe, less than 10 days in jail. He was sick, so he was in a hospital for the last 6 months, and now he's out on parole.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see him running around doing jogging
That's
soon.
called connections, all right? For whoever said money isn't power.
Yeah, I know.
Story.
Yeah, it's pretty. We'll see what this what ends up with his political career. I'm curious, especially because his family still has the power. I don't know. It's an interesting legacy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, on to our next story. So the land of smiles will soon be turning into the land of sweat. Yes, that is right. Thailand is preparing for an intense heat wave, with forecasts indicating significantly higher temperatures, potentially reaching up to 44.5 degrees Celsius in some areas, marking an increase of about 1.2 degrees Celsius from the previous year. The regions expected to face the most severe conditions include Mae Hong Son, Uttaradit, Sukhothai, Tak, and Udon Thani. Weather predictions for the week of February 19th to February 25th show a worrying trend towards extreme heat, prompting warnings for the public to limit outdoor activities during the hottest parts of the day and to ensure adequate hydration. Despite the current escalation in temperature, this period marks a transitional phase from the cooler to the hotter season, with some areas possibly experiencing rainfall in the upcoming week, suggesting a brief respite from the escalating heat. Yeah, I was waiting in line for the elevators earlier this morning, and everyone was just drenched in sweat at like 8:30 in the morning or something like that, just walking to work.
Nothing like a nice sweat to start off your day.
Schwitz. Yeah. Just step into the Bangkok sauna. It's lovely.
All right. We're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding an attempted murder in Pattaya of a foreigner. Now, in a disturbing incident near Pattaya, Thailand, on February 18th, a Chinese woman survived an attempted murder after being lured into a remote grassland, assaulted, and then nearly killed as the assailant set the area ablaze in an attempt to cover up the crime. The woman, identified only by the pseudonym Mei Lin, and her younger brother were tricked into accepting a ride from two men on motorcycles, which led to the assault in a secluded area. Mei Lin described a harrowing escape after the attacker tried to eliminate her as a witness by igniting the grassland around her. Having first smeared lotion on her body and doused the vicinity with fuel, despite her ordeal, she managed to free herself and alert authorities. The police, scrutinizing the inconsistencies in her narrative and lacking evidence of a struggle on her clothing, are conducting a comprehensive investigation into including a review of CCTV footage and awaiting results of the medical examinations and DNA testing to uncover the truth behind this complex case.
Yeah, this one seems like, I don't know, reading the article and getting the information, it seems like there's something fishy going on. Obviously, an attempted murder is fishy. It's pretty terrible. But it seems like that there needs to be an investigation into more of the details to see exactly what happened. But fortunately, she is alive. That's good.
Yes.
And hopefully these perpetrators will be brought to justice. All right, anyways, moving on. So it turns out that exotic pets here in the land of smiles are turning out to be a bit of a problem. So yeah, in Thailand, the private ownership of wild animals, especially lions, has raised concerns following incidents of these animals appearing in public spaces, prompting discussions on safety and animal welfare. Notable cases include lion cubs seen in a convertible in Pattaya, wandering in residential areas, and kept in distressing conditions in a cafe and a hotel room. Authorities have responded by seizing the animals and charging the owners of illegal possession in violation of wildlife laws. Under Thailand's preserved and protected wildlife law, lions are among 10 species classified as dangerous, with trade permitted only through licensed farms. While the law allows for private and zoo ownership under strict conditions to ensure public safety and animal welfare, many owners reportedly lack understanding of these regulations. The Department of National Parks, Wildlife, and Plant Conservation indicates that 223 lions are owned privately across Thailand, a status symbol for the wealthy, with ongoing inspections to address the issue. There are also concerns about potential wildlife crimes associated with lion ownership, leading to calls for banning individual ownership to prevent future welfare and financial burdens on the state. Yeah, Jay, it seems like the state's coming for your lion. You got to protect that bad boy.
I'm more into cheetahs.
Cheetah guy?
Yeah, more of a cheetah guy.
What a status symbol, though. I don't know. That's a weird one to me. Fancy cars I get, but having a lion?
That's when you just have too much money. I mean, it's not a luxury for us to even understand or comprehend the thought process that goes in, I want a lion.
No, yeah.
I just feel like I want a lion. Like, I'm just too sick and tired of cats and dogs. They're too basic. Let's get a lion, Alex.
Right, yeah. I mean, it makes sense if you're Mike Tyson, but I feel like short of that you're just posing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, Mike Tyson himself agreed and has come out and said that was probably an extremely stupid idea.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So
if Mike Tyson can come out and say that, then yeah. But you know, when you're too rich, it's like I do it because I can.
Yeah, that's for sure. And they shouldn't.
All right.
Anyways.
We're going to move on to our next story. Now, this is a feel-good story, or not so feel-good, depending on which side of the things you are. It's between an influencer and a gang leader having an issue. A dispute between content creator Jack Papo and Melai Ratchada, the leader of the Unbathed gang, or Unbathed gang, escalated into a physical altercation over damaged property, culminating in a police station visit. The conflict began after Melai vandalized Jack's car, which was part of his content creation setup and displayed at a concert. In retaliation, Jack damaged Melai's clothing shop, an act that took place in front of Melai's child. Despite initial perceptions that the incident might have been staged, evidenced by onlookers filming and laughter, the situation intensified when Melai physically confronted Jack. The incident was captured on video and spread across social media, led to both parties discussing their grievances at the police station, with Jack asserting that his actions were justified as a response to the initial vandalism on his car. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was like, it's so funny. Like, they're mad at each other. Everyone around them is laughing in that footage. Yeah. So whatever this conflict is, probably squashed.
Yeah, they're probably thinking it's fake news, but or it's just like the group of people surrounding those people, just a bunch of men mostly.
Yeah.
And who doesn't like a brawl?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Fight. Yeah, that's for sure.
It's just something about people wanting other people to watch fight. Did they make a sport about it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just watching it yesterday. We'll catch up on Volkanovski after this. But yeah, it seems like they'll sort it out. Oh wait, fist throwing. Well, I missed that part.
Fist thrown.
But anyways, we got another conflict here in Southeast Asia that has to do with Swiftie diplomacy. Yeah, that's right. Taylor Swift's Era Tour is causing a rift between Southeast Asian countries. So tensions have emerged between ASEAN nations, Thailand and and Singapore over Taylor Swift's Global Eras Tour, with Thailand's Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin revealing that Singapore secured an exclusive deal preventing Swift from performing in any other ASEAN countries. This deal involves Swift performing 6 shows exclusively in Singapore, thereby excluding other nations in the region from hosting her concerts. The Thai Prime Minister disclosed that the Singapore government offered between $2 to $3 million per show for this exclusivity, a strategy he commended but also expressed regret over, noting the missed economic opportunities for Thailand. He highlighted the potential benefits of hosting such concerts, including attracting tourists and generating added value for the economy, and expressed his ambition to make Thailand a concert hub in Southeast Asia. Taylor Swift's Global Eras Tour, celebrating her 10 albums, is her largest to date, with 151 performances across 5 continents, and has set a record as the highest-grossing tour in history. Well, come on, Singapore, hogging all the Taylor Swift for yourself. I don't know, it's pretty annoying.
I like it was a great business move. I should have thought of that.
Right, yeah. That was funny, man. Srettha at least recognized the what is it, game recognizes game?
Yeah, I mean, Singapore understands the power of T Swift.
Indeed, yeah.
Because Coldplay was in Singapore for 6 shows, and then they came to Bangkok for 2 shows.
Yeah, it's pretty jerk move, though, to make sure that she's exclusive to you. It's also on her for accepting it, too.
Singapore first.
Right,
Alex.
yeah. I get it, Singapore's motivation here. Now I'm angry at Taylor Swift for accepting. She could have just said no. I'll do my shows there, and then I'll go to Thailand after.
Because she travels the world and does 100+ shows for the love of it.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But, I mean, it's supposed to be for the fans.
Look. I completely agree with you, but... Hey, snooze, you lose, man.
I don't know,
Cough
man.
up that money.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm mad at Singapore.
Are you mad at Singapore, or are you mad at Taylor Swift for agreeing?
Definitely, it's in Singapore's wheelhouse to do this. So, not mad at Singapore. It's totally within their scope of behavior. Taylor Swift, the hypocrisy. Like, she's like, oh, I love my fans. I want to go out and do it. But if Singapore pays me a bunch of money, I will not go see my fans in other countries.
Yeah.
So, that's a jerk
They
move,
can fly
I think,
here.
on her front. Yeah, right? Like, insane.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the news topics from across Thailand today. There's, of course, more stories on the Thaiger.com,